Hey, VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. This is a contest entry for Robert's on the Turntable. He's a push to 700 subscribers. I think he's at 775 now, and I'm sure he'll be at 1,000 before he knows it. He has a great channel. He has a great way about him. Shows great stuff. So if you're not subscribed to him, please go to his channel and check it out. Robert's on the Turntable. I sort of forgot about the contest, and it ends tomorrow, so I hope to get this video up just under the wire. The video contest is about show 5 albums that influenced you as a teenager. I was a teenager way back in the middle of last century almost, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, here are a couple albums that really had an influence on me. The first one was by a folk singer who was very political and somewhat known, but a lot of people don't know him, and you should definitely check him out if you don't, and that's Phil Ochs. Phil Ochs is a very political singer-songwriter. This is an album called I Ain't Marching Anymore, which was definitely a statement about the Vietnam War, which was raging when this came out in 1965, was really starting to pick up. As he says on here, this song borders between pacifism and treason, combining the best qualities of both. The fact that you won't be hearing the song over the radio is more than enough justification for the writing of it. I couldn't agree more. Amazing statement. Also on here is Draft Dodger Rag, In the Heat of the Summer, which is about the riots in Harlem in New York. That Was the President, about Kennedy being assassinated. Links on the Chain, about labor unions. Talking Birmingham Jam, Day of Decision, and Here's the State of Mississippi. Fantastic singer-songwriter, tragic story, ended up committing suicide, suffered from bipolar disease, sad story, but left us with some amazing songs. This is a great album. Next one is a singer-songwriter who we all knew was a singer-songwriter of our generation, basically. And I knew him I knew all his albums, but when this album came out, it really changed everything. And that was Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. The first strains of Like a Rolling Stone it just changed it all. It was just amazing. Also on this album, of course, was Tombstone Blues, A Ballad of a Thin Man, Queen Jane Approximately, Desolation Row. On here is Michael Bloomfield on guitar, Al Cooper on organ. Excuse me. Charlie McCoy on guitar also. Just amazing, amazing album. And hearing it for the first time back in the day was just changed a lot. All of a sudden, it was more than just folk music. You could have rock and roll with something to say. Fantastic. 1967. I just graduated high school. At home, the phone rings. It's summertime. I'm getting ready to go to college. The phone rings. It's my next door neighbor, Michael. He says, whatever you're doing, stop. Just stop and come over to the house right away. You got to hear this. You just got to come over. So I dropped what I was doing and ran over to his house next door. He takes out this record, puts it on the turntable, and my jaw just hit the ground. I had never heard anything like this before in my life. There had never been anything like this before. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Purple Haze, Manic Depression, Hey Joe. You all know this album. Wind Cries Mary, Fire, Foxy Lady, Are You Experienced? Just a game changer. Really changed. All these albums just changed things around. Never heard anything like this before in my life. To hear this for the first time when you were a teenager, just like stunning. Next album by the group that was The Group. Everybody loved them. I was like, not a big fan until the album before this came out. The album before this came out, I said, all right, there's more to this than meets the eye. And then when this album came out, it fully came to a head, and this is the Beatles' Revolver. Before Rubber Soul, I was like, that's the group that all the girlfriends' mothers liked. We were more into the Kinks and the Who and the Animals and bands like that. Manfred Mann, more into bluesy stuff. But Rubber Soul really made me realize they were a lot more. And then when this came out, Revolver, it was just, again, another game changer. Really took them to the next level. Fantastic psychedelic album. And then Also, at the time, 1966, this came out. I was 17, and I was at a party with some friends, and someone put this on, and I was like, what the hell is that? And it was The Velvet Underground. Andy Warhol cover with Nico. Came out in 1966. Fantastic album. This is a repress from 68. Still an early pressing of it. But great album. Like they said, the first album sold 5,000 copies, and everybody who bought one started a band. Very influential. Lou Reed, Velvet Underground. So those are my 5 albums. It changed my life as a teenager. It made me think more and deeper about music. Again, Robert's on the Turntable. Check his channel out. Hit the subscribe button when you get to his channel. And until next time, peace.